Alvarez lost to Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? Got outboxed, outclassed. Masterclass performance by Dimitri Bivol. Pero calma, señal de que now fire Eddy Reynoso. No, no, my friends. The train of the year. The last 2 train of the year, the fans are begging for their firing. Teofimo Lopez Sr., the last train of the year, fire Teofimo Lopez Sr. Now Eddy Reynoso, y fuera. No, calm down, everybody. Hold on. Calm down. Ladies and gentlemen, Canelo Alvarez got beaten in every facet of the game versus Dimitri Bivol. Yes, he was bigger, but they knew that coming in. Yes, he looked stronger. They should have known that coming in. Fundamentally sound. Everybody knows Bivol is fundamentally sound. Of course, I picked Canelo Alvarez to beat Dimitri Bivol. You know, understand what I'm trying to say? A lot of people picked him. He was a major underdog. Yet, at the end of the day, excuse me, it's not that Canelo Alvarez lost to Dimitri Bivol, but it's how he lost. A lot of people, everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. And that's the way that we assess after the fight, you know, what went wrong, what could have been done better and things of that nature in preparation. We heard that Canelo Alvarez, he was a vegan. All of a sudden, you a vegan now that you're going to be moving up to the stronger guy. And now you're going to let go of the dairy. I don't think that was a good nutrition move, but a lot of people didn't put a lot of emphasis in it because just like everybody else, we overlooked Dimitri Bivol. As a collective boxing community, we overlooked Dimitri Bivol. And not only did we look over Dimitri Bivol, his contractual agreements overlooked Dimitri Bivol. You know that he was supposed to fight Triple G, the trilogy, which I hated. At least that's the only good thing that came out of this. It was that Triple G, no more trilogy. Good. I didn't want the trilogy. I wanted Canelo Alvarez. He would have beat Dimitri Bivol, go and fight the winner, Joe Smith Jr. and Managerial to become the undisputed, the opportunity to become the undisputed in two different divisions in less than 1 year. That ain't gonna happen no time soon. Of course, you're gonna have to rematch this rematch clause. But of course, like Dimitri Bivol said in the interview, there's some negotiations and need to alter the contract and things of that nature because he took every term there was. He took a little bit of money. I don't know. We didn't see the contract, but Bivol is saying. But anyway, let's go back to the Eddy Reynoso. No, Canelo Alvarez should not fire Eddy Reynoso. But just like everybody else, they gotta have to take accountability. Eddy Reynoso as a trainer, let me tell you like this. How Canelo Alvarez lose is really the point. It's how he lost. Canelo Alvarez went into that fight fighting like he fought Caleb Plant, like he fought Callum Smith, like he fought Billy Joe Saunders. Like, I think that Canelo Alvarez and Eddy Reynoso as the trainer, Eddy Reynoso, fell in love with that type of aura. Thinking that you're going to, you know what I'm saying, fight slow pace in the beginning of the rounds and then figure that, you know, you're going to be breaking them down, hitting the arm and things of that nature like they did to Callum Smith, and then they're going to be broken down and by the after the middle rounds, that's when you pick up and stop them. They started to do that too much. It got too comfortable. It was like it was becoming second nature, and yes, he was successful, but now you entering a whole different type of class, which with Bivol, body structure is stronger, with Bivol is bigger, with Bivol probably punching power is more than the guys that you just previously fought. The game plan was all effed up, in my opinion. It doesn't matter probably if he was executing whatever game plan. If that was the game plan, even if he would have executed it, he still would have lost. Because Canelo Alvarez and that game plan was all effed up to fight Dimitri Bivol. All effed up. You couldn't be fighting the same guy with the same game plan. And let me take it like this. Louis Neri, let me tell you something about Eddy Reynoso. Eddy Reynoso is a good trainer, but he ain't no Customado. He is no Emmanuel Stewart. He could have a chance later, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that he needs to win every fight, but we've seen in the coming in time some making adjustments. Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson, Louis Neri saying that, you know, he trains everybody like Canelo Alvarez, and I'm in a lighter division, and I gotta throw a lot of punches, and his style doesn't throw a lot of punches. In which that right there, not throwing a lot of punches versus Bivol, he getting outlanded, outpunched, and things, and there was no adjustments even there. Then we go with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, you already know, signed with Joe Goose. And a lot of people got mad at Ryan Garcia. Oh, maybe not Ryan Garcia. It's like telling the whole world, look, yeah, Ryan Garcia, I mean, Eddy Reynoso is good, but damn, he ain't the greatest of all time. I'm going with another great trainer, Joe Goose. But since everybody, when they look at Eddy Reynoso, they look at Canelo, you think that Eddy Reynoso is Canelo. And it's like, you can't even critique Eddy Reynoso. The other day I did a live, and I was critiquing Eddy Reynoso a little bit, and people was like, oh my God, you switched. Oh my God, how dare you punch? How dare you? Oh man, you switching up. Oh, yo, punch. Oh, yo, the Latino con diablo me dijeron toda esa vaina, esta gente. I couldn't even say nothing about Eddy Reynoso. But anyway, I think Eddy Reynoso, as sometimes fighters get comfortable with their style. And look, Canelo Alvarez was doing his thing. He was stopping everybody. And of course, you got to give credit to Eddy Reynoso as well. But it is his job for the game plan. It's Canelo Alvarez to execute the game plan. If you give him the same game plan, Canelo Alvarez is going to try to execute it. And it was just not the right game plan to fight a bigger guy like a Demetrius Bivol, a champion, and a guy that had the amateur background, know how to use his footwork, know how to use his feet, the 1-2 punch, and very disciplined in his craft. They used the same game plan with the fighter, with that fighter, and I think that was a wrong game plan. Is Eddy Reynoso getting too comfortable? You know what I'm saying? Look, even there's fighters out there that felt like, I need to change the trainer because of, he took me to where he could take me. I didn't see nothing different from Canelo Alvarez. A lot of people may be like, oh, yo, he didn't fight the way this and this. Now, Canelo Alvarez fought the same way. He just couldn't beat Demetrius Bivol the same way he's been fighting the guys in 168. He fought the same way. The only difference is he wasn't slipping the punches better. He wasn't slipping. He wasn't moving his head. He was just like Canelo Alvarez is like a robot today. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same thing, thinking he's going to be breaking it down, touching the arm, couldn't get to the body. And if he couldn't get to the body, it was going to be difficult to win this fight. He don't throw high-value punches and things of that nature. And again, I myself, are just like a lot of people, pick Canelo Alvarez because what he has done and his aura and his his momentum and his confidence all the way out. Maybe his confidence was too confident for his own good. Maybe the confidence was too good because you saw how comfortable, I think it was the 7th round, the 7th or 9th round, like he came out with that confidence, like, yeah, now I'm going to get him. This is what I usually do. Now I probably broke him down. I hurt his arm enough like I did Callum Smith, but nah, he's the bigger guy. Man, he's daring to be great. But it seems like for Canelo Alvarez, I got to say this, for a lot of people be like, oh my God, ha, 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 ha. It seems like daring to be great for Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't apply to him. Because, of course, it's daring to be great for Roy Jones Jr., yes. It's daring to be great even with the likes of anybody that moves, Maggie Garcia. It was daring to be great even with Javante Davis. People say daring to be great. The only thing, Javante Davis, I like Javante Davis, but man, if you would have fought a champion, then that's really... People hating on Canelo Alvarez saying cherry gone wrong. That was no cherry pick. You don't cherry pick no Demetrius Bivol and you coming from the lower division. That's not no cherry pick, mother effers. You don't know what the hell cherry pick means? Now, he could pick, but that don't mean it's a cherry pick. A cherry pick is an easy opponent. Demetrius Bivol ain't no easy opponent. Demetrius Bivol will beat everybody in 168. Matter of fact, Demetrius Bivol will beat everybody you think that you want Canelo Alvarez to fight. Yeah. They ain't no cherry pick. Yeah, he picked him. He picked the harder one too. Pause. So for those haters out there, calm down, my friend. Calm down. Should Eddy Reynoso get fired? No. But he needs to go back to the drawing board. Damn, Eddy Reynoso, you could have had Ryan Garcia and you could have had Virgil Ortiz too. Virgil Ortiz, he wasn't in the gym. Virgil Ortiz was in the gym. He was waiting for you, Eddy Reynoso. Maybe he getting too comfortable. Está gordito, mi friend. Tú estás gordito, mi Eddy Reynoso. Hey. Vamos a hacer ejercicio. But nah, I gotta work out too. But anyway, I think Eddy Reynoso needed to go back to the drawing board. I think Canelo Alvarez is gonna have to go back to the drawing board, but of course it has to be a game plan. At this point of Canelo Alvarez's career, and a lot of elites at this age, we all know what they're about. We know what they're about. We know what Earl Spence gonna come with the table. We know what he's gonna bring to the table. We know what Book Crawford's going to bring to the table. We know what Tyson Fury going to bring to the table. We know what at Alexander Usyk. It's so much you could change, but it's so much you could change. What you got to do is have a great game plan. And Eddy Reynoso's game plan was, for me, in my opinion, that's the way that he was trying to execute. The game plan Eddy Reynoso, I think, was lazy game planning. And maybe they was overlooking. Now, we got to understand this as well. Eddy Reynoso is just not the trainer, but he's also the manager. They're going to talk about the picking of the fighters. Well, Eddy Reynoso picks the fighters. Let's not forget this. People want to say that Canelo Alvarez is cherry picking. Canelo Alvarez sometimes don't even know what the hell his manager is doing. Now, let's keep it like this. We got to take accountability and the responsibility of Eddy Reynoso. Eddy Reynoso went to the WBC convention and petitioned for Canelo Alvarez to go to the cruiserweight to fight Makabu. When they asked Canelo Alvarez, he said, I didn't even know he petitioned for that. I didn't know that I didn't know about anything of that. But I would do whatever Eddy Reynoso feels I could do. So this is why you got to hold them accountable as well. Not only in the gym, but also the opponents that they pick. So, I think he was daring to be great. Went back to the 175. I feel like, and I said this before, I think that Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying? Look, if he would have beat these guys, he would have keep on moving up. Hey, a rematch is probably going to get more money. I don't know. At the end of the day, man, just like Canelo Alvarez said, you win some, you lose some. But should Eddy Reynoso be fired? I say no. But he will need to go back to the drawing board. And Canelo Alvarez, just like other fighters, will need to assess their trainer. Maybe he needs to assess. Maybe Canelo Alvarez, who was a student of the game, maybe he needs something new at this time. You've been with Eddy Reynoso your whole life. What more can Eddy Reynoso do? Game planning, maybe. Tweak a little bit here and there. But how much better? Maybe Oscar De La Hoya actually saw. We saw what Oscar De La Hoya been trying to say to Canelo Alvarez. Maybe that's what it is. Been trying to switch up in trainers for a long time. He saw this coming. Canelo Alvarez, now look at this. Canelo Alvarez could still keep Eddy Reynoso as a manager. Look, I'm not here advocating for him to be fired. No. All I'm saying, Canelo Alvarez will have to, you know, say, look at what's right, look at what's wrong, look at what could happen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's too much with Eddy Reynoso. He's been there since he was a child. They're best friends. You think he's going to let him go? He's going to rock with him? Look, one loss, he should never fire. I'm not saying fire, but some evaluation. Evaluation needs to take place. Because I believe that Canelo Alvarez is still young enough in his prime, 31 years old, to actually add some new wrinkle to his game. It happened with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao never had a jab, I think, at the age of 30, and then boom, he started having a good jab with Freddie Roach and things of that nature. He worked on his craft. Look at Cotto. Cotto never used to move the way he was moving, but later on in his career, he started doing good. So I think that he has this little window of opportunity to really get better, and he really needs to do evaluation. Could Eddy Reynoso, if I'm going to be moving in the weight class, if I'm going to be moving up, he cannot be fighting like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait for the big punch. Now these guys could take a punch. These guys could take a punch. Bivol is younger. He didn't go through punishment. So at the end of the day, Bivol was ready. The team of Bivol and Bivol neutralized everything of Canelo Alvarez. Every single thing. They neutralized his body shot, his movement, any jab, anything. Canelo Alvarez just couldn't do anything of what Canelo Alvarez is accustomed of doing. So they need to take it into consideration, do an evaluation. Eddy Reynoso need to go back to the gym and really get better and get out that comfort zone and trying to just get an opponent tired, break them down a little bit, and hoping they run out of gas. Not everybody gonna run out of gas. Not everybody gonna run out of gas. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.